Hello everyone and welcome back to the Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge. Today I actually have for you guys a different kind of video. So as you guys know, I have been playing the Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge for quite a little bit of time now. We are currently 34 episodes in and we are on Generation 3. It's a really fun legacy challenge, and all you have to do if you are interested in playing it is you have to follow a website that you can see on your screens right now. So the one I'm doing is this one over here called Build Newcrest Legacy Challenge. Create a new town with your family legacy. Now this is just in Newcrest itself, of course, but there's plenty of different legacy challenges around the internet. So you can find one that you would think, yeah, this is quite a fun one to do. I've chosen this one just because Newcrest is usually a very empty and boring world to play in, and now of course I can build up my own family and play in it. So this is the website that I use, and if you go along you will be able to see how it works, the rules to do with it, and of course all of the different generations. So it goes up all the way to generation 10, which is the last one. It's also a really lovely website to use to create random traits for your kids basically, and it uses the parents' traits to sort of come up with a randomized trait for your children, which I think is a little bit more realistic than you just choosing, you yourself choosing whatever trait you'd want for the child. So I use that one quite a lot as well. So whenever you see me in the legacy challenge saying, oh, give me a second, let me find out what trait they have, it's because I use this website over here, which is recommended within the actual rules of this challenge. So that's a little bit about the legacy challenge itself. Now this already makes the game a little bit more fun for me because I have clear goals to reach with my family, and myself as a Sims player, I love playing with families. That is my whole jam, but I find it a little bit boring if I do the same thing over and over again, of course. So doing this is a really nice way to sort of spice up your normal gameplay. But I also do use quite a few mods in my game as well. Now the reason that I kind of wanted to do this sort of video, because I recently changed from using Wicked Whims to Wonderful Whims. I for some reason didn't even know that Wonderful Whims existed. I used Wicked Whims because I loved the attraction system in it, and it made it a little bit more fun for me to find partners for my Sims rather than just saying, yep, this guy looks good or this girl looks really interesting, let's go for them. So I found it a little bit nicer, a little bit like what you had in The Sims 2 with the attraction system. So yeah, I used that, but now I've recently switched to Wonderful Whims, and I thought, you know what guys, I'm gonna make a video just showing you all the different mods that I use to make the game a little bit more fun. Okay guys, the first one that I would 100% recommend, 100, 1,000, 10,000% recommend is the MC Command Center. Now this one is a must for me. Whatever sort of gameplay you like to play in your game, really this one is 100% a must. The MC Command Center, there are so many things you can use this for, and I will link down a video that explains it in a little bit more detail. For now, I just want to give you an overview and a recommendation of what mods to install in your game. But the MC Command Center, basically it lets you customize different Sims that are not in your household. It lets you customize relationships, but also it allows story progression. So usually, you would play your own family and you only control that family, and everyone else around you is single, they don't have any jobs, they don't have kids, they don't have any drama going on. But with this one, they do have a little bit more story progression. So it's not just about your own family, it's about all of the families around you as well. So that's the nice thing. It sort of makes the town and all of the Sims feel a little bit more alive. You can also, of course, install the Woohoo, and this again just sort of overhauls the Woohoo system a little bit and can make it a bit more risky perhaps, and things like that. And you can also customize yourself for example, how many other Sims should have kids. You can customize an adoption system. So you saw in my last part, if you've been watching it, that one of the kids that was living basically with her mom passed away and she got adopted by a family, her actual dad's family. So that was really nice, and you get notifications for this, so you in your game will still be in the loop with what is going on with your other families too, which is awesome. It's so awesome. So yeah, I would definitely install both the MC Command Center and the Woohoo, and always of course make sure that you've got the latest release available. Another must that I use in my game quite a lot is the Slice of Life mod. This one again is amazing. It adds a lot of, as it says here, it adds a lot of realism to your game. It adds physical changes, so it can be based on mood, new buffs, cell phone, etc. And you can download it for free as well. So this, you can see here, it gives you a lot more options. So if you guys see me using any skincare masks, or if the Sims get ill quite a lot, for example, that is all to do with the Slice of Life mod. I actually haven't played around a lot with the smartphone in my own gameplay, but I played it off camera and it was really fun, so I'm gonna try to incorporate that more into our Legacy challenge as well. But that is 100% a must in my eyes, to use the Slice of Life mod as well. It just gives your Sims a lot more personality, so it's not just the normal traits that you have with your Sims, but they also have all the personality types, like, you know, the 4 letters, and it's like INGT or whatever, or INJT, whatever it was, I don't know. So it gives your Sims different personalities, and that again makes your game feel a little bit more alive. Now, the new one that I've installed today is the wonderful Whims mod, and this one as I mentioned to you guys, I wanted some sort of attraction system in my game, and I thought Wicked Whims was the way to go. But this one also has, for relationships, an attractiveness scale, so you can live in a world where every Sim has their own style and preference that affects everybody else. You can refine your own style and define your own preferences, which I love, and you encounter more storytelling situations that make your Sims heart beat faster. So that's nice. I like as well that you have the choice to change it up, and you can disable the attractiveness in the settings if you so choose to. You also have impressions and personalities. So again, Sims have different personality archetypes. You can use some new social interactions in your game. And you can also fake your personality, so to make people like you a little bit more. Again, I love this. And there's some other sort of minor additions as well. So for example, polyamorous relationships. You can ask Sims to stay the night, and it doesn't have to be in a sort of romantic way, which I like because that was also in the previous games. So you go through the menstrual cycle with all of the female Sims, and they can purchase tampons, pads, and things like that. And you have the fertility awareness test as well. So this is quite similar to Wicked Whims in that regard. You can also decide to donate your unborn baby to science during the first or second trimester. Also, which is really interesting, Sims can now experience a miscarriage from abusing substances. Again, I like this. Some people might not enjoy these sorts of things in the game, but I like the added realism, and I like especially when your Sims have consequences for their actions. At the moment, you know, in the game, you can sort of be in a relationship with anyone, you can do anything when you're pregnant, and in the real world, of course, things like that wouldn't happen. So I like the added realism as well. You can also modify the entire pregnancy duration, which is really cool. The Sims pregnancy test doesn't always result in negative mood lists unless Sim has the family-oriented trait. I love this because usually they're very sad that they're not pregnant, but it's actually for a lot of the time it's not really realistic again, because your Sim might not even want a family, so why would they be sad about it? And Sims leave a puddle when their water breaks. I love this. So you also have birth control, you have crabs STD that you can catch, and there's now as well there's some minor game bug fixes, but it is conflicting with the Wicked Whims, so if you install it, it will conflict with that. So that's why you can either choose one or the other. I would say this has everything that Wicked Whims has in terms of pregnancy, the menstrual cycle, and all those kinds of things, and of course the attraction, the big one, but it doesn't have any animations. So if you're not that kind of player that wants to see all the animations happen, then I think this is the one for you, and this is the one I'm going to try out as well, so you guys will see it a little bit more in my gameplay from now on. Another one that I'm absolutely loving loving so much is the education system bundle. Now, I installed this midway basically through my legacy challenge, so you guys have seen me play around with it, but it was a game changer from the very beginning, and I don't think enough people are talking about this one. I don't know why, because this changes completely how your kids interact in schools, but also your toddlers. So now your toddlers can actually go to public or private preschool. When they are in preschool, they can actually work on their skills. So they are in preschool, you have a little bit of time for yourself as the adult sim, and then whilst they're in preschool, they work on their skills, their mental skill, creativity, etc. So they actually do gain something from going there. But also for kids, they can also gain a lot of skills whilst in school, and you have the option for that. So you can choose for the child whether you want them to listen to the teacher. In that case, they will work on their skills, or if you want them to have interaction, so they can make friends, they can have relationships in school. And that is amazing, because your child and teen sims are in school most of the day, and I feel like they're not making any progress. So all of your skills stay the same, but also they're not really making a lot of friends. So with this, they can, and that's great. There is also a smarter homework mod. Again, they build skills while doing their homework, amazing. And you can also choose for them to do online schooling. I haven't tried this myself, I usually just let them go to school, but again, this is a really nice option for your own sims. So, and here we go, this is the toddler file as well. You can choose to take this out of your folder if you so wish to, but here you see all the different interactions that they can have, which is just amazing. It's so cool. And you know, here are the options for the normal sort of child and teen sims, and I just think this adds so much to the game for all of your child and teen sims, and even your toddlers. And at the moment, I feel like there's just not enough for them, so this is definitely a must in my eyes. Another one that I've played around with a little bit was the mod from Little Miss Sam. Now, in this one, if you guys have seen it a little bit, we actually haven't done that much with this mod, unfortunately, but this is for a live-in business. So at the moment, we live, not at the moment, actually, in the previous house, we lived in a really big home, and downstairs we actually had our own shop. Now, I sold paintings there, and basically what this allows you to do is live in the same lot that your business is in. So you don't necessarily have to open it as a business, but you can put objects down, you can put paintings, you can put plants, flowers, woodworking objects, all of the fizz that you create with eco living, for example, candles, whatever it is, you can use this mod to both live in that same place and make it your own business. So here you can see all the different options. You have a living cafe, bar, club, daycare, gym, pet daycare, vet clinic, and I just think that's amazing. And of course, live-in store, this is the one that I meant. And you just click on any item such as this painting, and you will see this option, set for sale, and that's it. That's as easy as it gets. And then you can click on a door in the house and just open up your business, and you can close it again. So it's really up to you how you do it. And the nice thing is that the customers come in, and your actual sim doesn't have to really interact with them or try to sell things to them. They will themselves just decide to buy something, take it home, that's it. And they have it in their inventory. So once they buy something, they will actually have it in their inventory. Again, that's just great for gameplay, really great. The last two mods I want to talk about are sort of small mods. They don't really change the gameplay in that sense. But if you guys have seen me use it, I use this old school CAS Room from Little Dicker. An amazing sort of add-on to the game for me. It's of course only about the visuals, but I love it because it's very reminiscent for me, and it gives me very good memories. So if you guys remember, this is the CAS Room from The Sims 3, I believe. So it's just a really nice addition, really simple. It's nothing too crazy, but I use this one all the time, and I love this one a lot. And the other mod that I'm going to show you as well, again, it's not a gameplay mod, but it does add something to your game. It is the custom maps made by Noir Sims. I absolutely love how they look, and I actually used the Newcrest one for my thumbnail to start off the Legacy Challenge, and I still use it now. I haven't got it for the other maps, but looking at them again now, I want them for my other maps. I want them now because look how beautiful they look. You also have different seasons for Willow Creek, for example, so it changes with the season. The talent is unbelievable with these maps. So very amazing fan art maps, and I think they're a must for your game. And the last thing I will do, guys, is just show you in game how some of these things work. So if you've installed Slice of Life and all of those different kinds of mods, you will see here that you get different traits basically. So this is what I meant with the personality types. He is, our sim Roman is the ESFJ type, so he's a provider. And it gives you a little bit more information as well about what kind of things he likes to do. For example, volunteering, charity, celebrating holidays, etc. This isn't just a feature that is there and is just there for no reason whatsoever. Roman himself really likes doing these things. So he likes cooking, he likes to volunteer, and he will get the whims to do those things. So the actual personality types do affect your gameplay as well, which I absolutely love. Now my child sim Ali also has her own different traits. So she's the nurturer ISFJ type, and she hasn't really worked up anything else because she's still quite small, of course. But yeah, that's amazing. And the attraction scale as well. So if I show you guys, Roman used to really like Aiden, and you can see here at the bottom it says attractiveness. Roman Townsend thinks Aiden Osborne is attractive, and sometimes they will think someone is just unattractive altogether. So again, that's nice, and it doesn't have to affect your gameplay if you don't want it to, but again, it adds a little bit of spice to your gameplay. You know, if you as a simmer sort of, you're not sure what kind of person to go for, what their preferences are, this gives you that, and you don't have to sort of story tell that yourself, which is okay sometimes, but sometimes I also like that it's done for you and you can play around with that. So yeah, those are definitely my suggestions, guys. I really hope this gives you a little bit of an idea of how to spruce up your normal gameplay and add a little bit to it. And you can see me use all of these mods in action in my gameplay itself. As I said though, I will link some really helpful videos that show, for example, the MC Command Center in more detail, because that one is very intense when you start off with. You have no idea what to do. There's so many settings. So I will link down some videos for you guys to watch and get an idea of how it works. But with the others, they're very simple to use, and I'm pretty sure once you start using them, you won't be able to stop anymore. So guys, have fun with the mods, experiment, enjoy the game, and make it the best that you can. We have an incredible modder community out there who do all of this for free, and they update them consistently, and their efforts are just so appreciated by all of us. And you know, if you can show a little bit of support to the modding community, I think that would be amazing. And at the end of the day, it also helps you out, so it's a win-win situation. The only thing is, guys, remember to always update your mods, otherwise you will get crashes in the game, and there might be some minor bugs and things like that, of course, that you need to be aware of. So just be careful with that. Use them at your own risk, of course, but just be responsible and update them as soon as the updates are live. So have fun, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little informational video, and tomorrow we will be back with the normal gameplay. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Have a lovely rest of the day, and I will see you tomorrow for the new part. Bye bye, everyone.